Oh, I see big fish. Oh, I see very big fish. Oh, I see a very, very big fish. It's a big cutthroat. Oh. Hey, what is up guys? Skiddy Fishing here, and today I am walking the banks of this reservoir actually, because there's a creek that feeds into it that I would like to go fish. And today I'm fishing another brand new Tenkara rod, courtesy of Justino from Arizona. So Justino, thank you very much for this one. This is the Hafu, I think I said it right, Hafu from Tenkara Rod CO. This might be one of the prettier rods that I have fished, no doubt. So just kind of working my way over, and we're gonna fish this creek. I typically don't like to fish the same creeks consistently for my channel, just to give you guys a broad spectrum of, you know, all the cool places that, you know, that I can spread out and get to. However, today is probably a 2-year anniversary since I fished here, so I'd really like to see it again. So the trout that I'm expecting to catch are going to be mostly tiger trout. They're not going to be big. They might be very colorful though. And there should be some splake. Splake are a hybrid brook trout and lake trout genetic combination. And I've even gone high enough in this system to catch a native Bonneville cutthroat trout. So that would be really cool if I could do that. So that's kind of the idea right now, is just kind of get up here, see what I can catch, and fish this Hafu 300. They make 2 of these, by the way. This is the 300 centimeter, so I think that's like, I don't know, 9.5 feet or something like that. And yeah, so I'm at the river entrance, and it is beautiful out here, guys. Absolutely beautiful. There's still even snow and the cap of this mountain, despite it almost being August. How crazy is that? So definitely a somewhat of a higher elevation. I wouldn't say this is super high, but this is looking beautiful and as good as I remembered. All right, here's the little spring-fed creek. Plenty of fish can swim up here. I think that's what happens. They stuck this reservoir and all the little tiger trout swim up and they just dominate it. I mean, I've been in situations where pools have thousands in them, just little smolt size, but yeah, we'll figure out what today will provide us, but maybe we'll start with that right there, that little pocket. I'm gonna get a line on this rod. We'll start in that pocket. Let's see what we can catch. All right, so I don't know if it's just because this rod is technically used, but it does have a very, very short Lillian on it. It is a glue joint Lillian. I suppose anybody that wants a Japanese rod would probably want that. I mean, this is, when it's a Japanese import rod, you're kind of in a market of maybe some potential buyers that might be a little bit nitpicky on what they want. Maybe they fish enough rods to know exactly what they want too, right? Tenkara Rod CO does have a history of going through manufacturers that already make JDM rods, and then they just kind of rebrand them. There's no shame in that, but I believe like River Peak has made some of their other rods, like the Kita, so I have no idea who makes this rod. It's a little bit breezy, and also this rod has the most unique handle I've ever fished on a Tenkara rod up to this point. It is a thread-like pattern, almost like a yarn. So anyway, first cast, here we go. Dry fly, it was already on the line. Oh, first cast, guys, first cast. Wow. All right. Ain't no complaints there. And that is a tiger trout. Exactly what I thought. Oh man, that is so cool. I was like, I don't see anything moving, but then I was like, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Maybe they're just waiting for something. So it's late summer, a lot of hatches going on. There we go, guys. Look at that little specimen. A second one came up. They both came up at the exact same time. So now that my feet are officially wet via my wet wading, let's try it again. This is a very fast action rod. I would say, yeah, that's a fast action. That is a 7.3 if I've ever seen one. Probably the fastest end of a 7.3 is it's gonna get. I mean, as soon as I hooked that fish, there was no delay in the backbone. So this is a rod that can probably cast quite a few different flies. I feel like sometimes when you soften up the blanks, you have a little bit of a, you know, of a niche category that you're adding in there. Oh, looks like some beaver dams have created some beaver pockets up here since I've last visited. I'm gonna skip that. Some deadfall here. I gotta come in from the high ground. This is always a pocket that does pretty well for me, so this is just kind of one of those places that you really got to put effort to get to. It's not super hard, but I don't think this creek sees a lot of pressure. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. It's not as fruitful as it used to be, that's for sure. However, the beavers probably influence a lot of that. Usually there's a big beaver dam up here. Like this whole flow right here is new. That was not diverted last time, and the biggest beaver dam's actually right where those dead trees are. Dang, this is a lot more than last time. No doubt about that. So I've actually caught some splake in here before. It's probably about the highest I've seen them. I don't think they like to go too far from the reservoir. I don't think there's any trout right here. It's pretty shallow. And if there is gonna be, they're gonna be where I usually find them. Oh, I see big fish. Oh, I see very big fish. Oh, I see a very, very big fish. Oh, I've got to keep this one pretty mellow. He's about where the sticks are. I think it's a cutthroat. Oh, he's just chilling. He's just chilling. He's kind of at the front here. All right, here we go. I did not want that fish. I did not want that fish, guys. I wanted the bigger fish. It is a splake. Okay, okay, all right, all right, all right. It's a splake. Oh my gosh, dude. These trout are vicious, bro. I don't want to expose myself too much. These are tigers, good sized tigers. They've gotten much bigger since the last time I was here. Look at that, guys. I don't think that big one's gonna come out and play, but I might be able to score another. I'm just starting to see if I can spook something. I wonder if it times with stocking though. Like, these are probably holdover fish. Growing season's probably very short in this creek when they move up in here, or they can get pretty big pretty quick in the lake. So my guess is now, when we find them, they're going to be pretty decent in size. Oh, that was one. This is a little one. Of course, hit that. Wow, what a total 180, guys, because the last time I fished here, I caught so many trout, it wasn't even worth going through half of them to see which ones to put in a video. Now this time there's nothing here, and I don't think they would have poisoned this system. And I referenced that because there are native cutthroat in here, but I genuinely just don't know. So I'm kind of here in the last little pocket, couple pockets that I'm going to try. I think last time I caught a cutty in one of these pockets. So if I don't get something, we'll just kind of turn around and maybe go try a little plan B spot for the Hafu. Gotcha. That's a cutthroat. At least I think. Oh, it's a tiger trout. Big tiger. Holy. That was exhilarating. Oh man. This guy's been surviving winters in here, huh? That's crazy. Oh man. What a cool catch, guys. Let's get my hands wet here. I mean, I was so sure that would be a cutthroat, just simply because this is about the same pool I was in last time. So now all of a sudden it's like, where did the cutty go? All right, guys, beautiful, beautiful fish, crystal clear, or frosty cold mountain water. There he goes. Wow, I had to hike up pretty high to get to that guy. Whew. All right, guys, well, hopefully I don't get rained on, but maybe I'll take a moment and talk about the Hafu 300 from Tenkara Rod Co. So I will note that today I've been fishing multiple Tenkara rods, one of them being from Beaver Rod Co. Their brand new mini max rod as of the time that I filmed this video. And I wanted to take both that and this out today. And I went to two very different creeks and they're two very different rods. What's funny about that and why that's important is that I fished them backwards. I feel like this rod takes weight a little bit better, where the mini max took lightweight flies much better. So if you want to cast Kabari, you know, beaded nymphs, or not beaded nymphs, Kabari dry flies like I'm doing right now with this little Adam's fly. Actually, I don't think it's an Adam's fly. It's a caddis of some sort. But anyway, yeah, and I think the Hafu would have been a little bit better with weight on it. However, both creeks are also backwards. So the other creek I had to fish a beaded nymph. This one I felt like needed to stay kind of top water because it's not a very deep creek at all. So what does that mean? Well, this is a fast action rod. Fast action being 7.3. If you want to get super technical about it, 6.4 is moderate, 7.3 is moderate fast. So when I say this is a fast action 7.3, this feels about as fast as a 7.3 will ever get. It's borderline an 8.2. That's how fast it is. But is that a good thing? It can be. If you want a short rod that's single length that can cast some weight and also land some moderate fish, go for it. This rod, I believe, should be catching 10-inch trout consistently for you to have fun with it. This creek is home to a bunch of smolt-sized tiger trout. So I don't think that would have been fun just yanking them out of the water all day. That's not really my style, even though it happens sometimes. So that's just something kind of going into this. Kind of a buyer beware with Tenkara Rod Co. This is a Japanese import rod. It's a true JDM rod. I don't know who manufactures it. I'm sure it's I don't know if it's through some direct factory. It's Tenkara Rod Co. only makes limited batches of their Japanese rods, and that makes sense. I don't think there's anything crazy about that, but that also means that if you want to buy one, your window is very short. They release them in batches, so maybe every 4 to 6 months you might get your window to buy one, and then just like that they're off the site. What that means for me is how many of these do they have on backup for spare parts. So if you break a tip, how are you going to get a replacement tip? I'm sure they've got that covered. I'm sure every reputable brand has that covered, but just something to kind of think about. I'm not saying it's a high stakes purchase. It's just something you got to think about, because this rod is never on their website. And it actually kind of fell off the face of the planet immediately after it was released. But it's beautiful. I know that doesn't mean much. It's a very pretty rod. They did a great job with the design. I like the threaded handle on it. Has a good feel, good vibe. And that's what Tenkara Rod Co. is all about, is just good vibes. Where does this stand with other rods? You know, you guys know me. I like Tenkara rods. It takes a lot to not like a Tenkara rod. I think it's possible that because this is a Japanese rod, I'm a little bit more harsh on it, a little bit more critiquey, because there are so many other rods out there in the market that are just, you know, Chinese American import that I think fish better than this. And if I'm going to stick within the same brand, the Tenkara Rod Co, I like their Beartooth. I like it a lot. It's actually probably my favorite rod from them. This isn't the price of the Yari, so it's unfair to compare it to that. But just some thoughts that I got going into it though. But I mean, if that's really not your thing, I mean, if you're a more of a wabi-sabi type of guy, I think really, you really can't go wrong with this rod, guys. I mean, I've been catching fish with it today. I'm having a blast regardless. This rod isn't hindering me from having fun. I'm not catching fish because it is the rod that it is. So just kind of food for thought as I'm hiking down here. And I suppose that might be my final thoughts. So, but anyway, I don't like sounding gripey or complaining or anything. And I actually really like Tenkara Rod Co. I feel like they're kind of an underappreciated brand. I think Drew and Tuna are both really swell dudes. And it looks to me like Drew is pouring his heart out into this company right now. They're really proud of their backpacker, and congratulations to them if they're watching it. Watching this, super happy for them. And maybe that's a rod I'd like to get my hands on at some point, but so far I think that they're just American Chinese domestic rods are just as good, if not better, than this one. So anyway, I also owe it to Justino from Arizona for sending this over to me. He's a stud. You know, it's kind of a little bit anxiety inducing, I'm sure, to send a couple Tenkara rods to somebody. You know, I mean, what happens if the package goes missing or explodes? So it was it's always a big risk to send stuff over, and I'm flattered that he trusts and supports the channel enough to take that risk. And Justino, I'll have these back in your hands in no time, my friend. So anyway, we're almost to the beaver pond. Let's make the goal to catch one more, and brownie points if I can catch the really big one. All right, I tied a smaller fly on. This guy is not playing around. Gotcha! I got him! I got him! I got him! It's a cutthroat. It's a big cutthroat. Oh. Oh my gosh, dude. That's a big cutthroat. Yes. Yes. Oh. Dude. Do you guys have any idea how long I have been sitting here for? All right, let's not lose this fish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. Look at that, guys. Oh man. Oh, that is a fish. Holy. All right, guys, this is a huge fish. I cannot believe it. I got him at 17 inches, and I mean, this is like a grandpa. Look at this. I mean, he got the scuffs on the head and everything. Wow, what a specimen. I'm just gonna keep him right here until pretty sure it's a male, until he's ready to go. Not a bad fish, huh guys? Holy. Oh, I sat there forever trying to spook that fish, or trying to get that fish. That was so freaking worth it. Oh my goodness. That's a good fish to end on right there. I was almost gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna save that for a different weekend, different day, and different Tenkara rod. So, Hafu, Hafu, I don't know. I think it's the Hafu, but pretty awesome. I mean, the bigger the fish, the bigger the trout, the more fun this gets. So kind of like a small stream, big fish kind of rod per se. I don't think I would like to catch consistent fish under 10 inches on this thing, but I clocked that cutthroat in at 17 inches. Really worked hard to try to get another one that was just about as big, if not bigger. So yeah, can't complain, guys. Super fun day. I mean, sometimes you just never know how it's gonna go. I mean, I fished here before. It's been 2 years. The fish are suddenly not here anymore, not at least in the numbers that they were. And you know, grind pays off with a big fish that was not there before either. So it's interesting how these cutthroat migrate and how they stay static in some pools throughout the course of their lives. Because I don't think these are fluvial trout. I don't think they're coming in and out of the reservoir. I think they're like mostly stream residential, or they're lake residential. But anyway, really fun day, guys. I did post some of these pictures on my Instagram from this adventure. Let me know if you guys have any questions specifically about this rod. Thanks again, Justino. And you guys rock. Sincerely appreciate the support on this channel. It has been a year with Tenkara rods, like literally so many new Tenkara rods, and it's because of great people who are supporting the channel. You know, I mean, I don't necessarily extend out a program where I ask people to borrow their rods. Some people just reach out to me and they want to see their rods on the channel. So that was just a really cool thing that I suppose I never thought I'd be doing. So no complaints about it though, guys. So anyway, I have a little bit of a walk ahead of me here, but we'll see you guys on the next adventure. Tight lines, everyone.